I'm here with a kind of fun video today. I just want to recommend some television shows, and these are 5 bookish television shows. So these aren't based on books, but they are somehow connected to literature in some way. They're in no particular order. I'm just gonna dive right into them. So at number 5, I have Castle. This stars the beautiful, eloquent, very nerdy Nathan Fillion, who you probably know from Firefly. And he is a writer who's following around a detective as research for his books. So in this TV show, we get to follow around an author. I think that's pretty cool to have an author as a main protagonist. TV show number 4, I always include this TV show in any kind of recommendation, and that's Murdoch Mysteries. Now this is a Canadian TV show, but don't let that put you off. It is very well done, high production, level of production. I think everything the CBC does, they take and they just throw money at Murdoch Mystery and just throw more money at it and make it just better and awesome, and there's everything you could possibly want. This is an amazing show. Watch it, watch it, watch it. But the reason I'm including it on this list is because it does feature at points Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. One of the main characters is an author himself, and as well a psychiatric ward who believes he's Sherlock Holmes, and they kind of let him play around with the idea of being this fictional character. If you don't know, I should probably tell you, Murdoch Mysteries is a series about a late 19th century, early 20th century detective who is kind of along the lines of Sherlock Holmes himself, and how very inventive and thorough he is in his detective work. And it is amazing. Murdoch is played by Yannick Bassoon, who is absolutely gorgeous. Number 3 is actually a kind of collection of a variety of TV shows that are all kind of similar in their, I guess, general plot ideas. And that's Warehouse 13, The Librarians, and Sanctuary. All these shows are about groups of people who go out and they acquire objects or people or creatures that have to do with mythology or literature or history. So Warehouse 13 and The Librarians both collect different objects that have different kind of magical powers, but a lot of it has to do with literature. So for example, in Warehouse 13, they actually collect kind of and work with H.G. Wells, who turns out to be a woman in their storyline. In The Librarians, one of the items they collect is Excalibur. They have an episode based on fairy tales coming to life. And in Sanctuary, they deal with a lot of mythical creatures. That's a Canadian show. I have to include it on here. It's just mandatory for us Canadians to include Canadian TV on here. It is an amazing show that's all filmed on green screen, but it's very well done. Don't let that put you off. It is very well done. You can't really tell too much that it's kind of a green screen computer generated show. It's actually very good. Number 2 on my list is King of the Nerds. This is a reality show, but don't let that put you off because it is amazeballs. Yes, I'm going to use that word. This is kind of like Big Brother meets Nerds. It's kind of, they house a bunch of nerds all together, and they have them do certain competitions. They don't get voted off. They kind of do get voted. It's complicated. But anyways, in order to save themselves, they have to do all these kind of nerdy competitions. And they often incorporate, you know, nerds who are very much into literature. I think on the UK one there was a Harry Potter nerd. There's always someone who's into literature. I think last year they chose actually a book blogger as one of the nerds. And there's always references to fantasy and science fiction literature. And it's a really kind of, you know, engaging show for those of us who kind of like that reality show edge, but with a nerdy twist on it. And lastly, this is a show I think every book person should know about. And if you don't already, it's Black Books. It stars the beautiful, so sardonic Dylan Moran. He's this wonderful Irish comedian, but he's very kind of Irish. He's Irish. What else can I say? And he owns this bookstore, and he's kind of very antisocial, and he doesn't like people coming to his bookstore, but he likes his books, and it's very amusing to watch and very relatable for those of us who love books, love book communities, but don't really like people. Yeah, so those are my top 5 bookish TV shows. Let me know if I've missed any, and remember to keep on watching. I'm just gonna shut up now.